Woods. I'm from Vaughan Hockey. I'm going to go over a couple of the new model lines with you. This is our top of the line. This is the V5 pad. So basically for this year, like always, it's a natural progression of the original Velocity pad. We just try to make it better year after year. So for this year, the areas that we focused on were the inside panel and the knee. The build of the pad internally is basically the same. We've tightened up the gaps on the HD again, like we did with the V4, so there's less shrinkage of the pad compared to past models. So it'll keep its shape, it'll keep its height better than previous models. But the most improved area on the pad this year is the inside panel and the knee. New for this year, we've used HD foam on the inside edge, which helps a lot with the sliding of the pad. And we've also revamped the knee area of the pad. This really helps the performance of the pad, especially sliding. So what we've done differently this year, instead of having the landing pad and the knee stack separate, we've made it all into one piece and connected it with the knee cradle. This kind of keeps everything all together and stable. We've also used a higher density foam in the knee because most of your weight and most of the pressure is on the knee area of the pad, and that's what really helps you slide. So with the added HD foam in there, all your weight, all the pressure is on that, and with the harder foam it makes it easier to slide around along with the inside edge. Another thing that we did is we've made the knee cradle wider for two reasons. One, to fill the gap that we used to get in between the knee stack and the knee cradle, so now there's no sloppiness. Everything's nice and sturdy inside the pad, and with everything Velcro together, it really works together really great as a unit. Plus, more and more goalies these days are using knee pads as opposed to the thigh boards, so it gives you more room for guys who are wearing knee pads that take the thigh boards off, and that way it doesn't hinder rotation of the pad. Also, when it comes to rotation of the pad, what we've done this year is we've angled the knee strap, and we've done a top stitch, and we've taken the foam out at the top of the knee cradle, because when you're down in the butterfly, your knee is pressing up against this, so the less resistance you have up top here, the better the rotation of the pad. Same thing with the knee strap going across the bottom of the knee rather than straight across. It really helps with the rotation of the pad. There's less hindrance when you drop down into the butterfly. Also, another thing that's greatly improved is we've changed the outside leg protector from the previous V4 model. It used to be about a 2-inch wide little strip. Now, with the guys that would wear their pads really loose, they would have a problem with it folding in up under their legs. So we've made it a lot wider, so that won't happen anymore. This will wrap around your leg rather than tucking up underneath. We've kept the leg cradle the same as last year, but we've trimmed away on the toe area, because we were finding we were getting a lot of wear here, and guys were dragging the toe across the ice. So this helps get a better attack angle on your skate. Makes it easier for your skate to come in contact with the ice. For the blade to make pushes across. And we also got rid of the old material that used to be here, and we replaced it with the synthetic leather. It's a lot better for wear. We thinned it out a little bit. We've made it a little bit lighter, but in terms of the pad itself, it's still a Velocity, and it still works great. Start with the new catch glove, the 7800, the V5. This is an all-new glove for this year. This glove is basically, the best of all of our previous gloves. Me personally, I have basically one of every glove. I used to find myself always resorting back to wearing the 5500, but ever since I got one of these, I haven't touched my 5500. The break and the feel is like a 5500. It's got the same palm plastic as a 5500. The thumb is all new. The thumb angle is a little bit different than a 5500, but the closure feels very similar. We carried over the angled cuff from the 7600 model to help with skip overs on the cuff. We've kept the double T this year, but as you can see, compared to a 7600 or even the old 5500, the glove opens a whole lot more than our previous models. And the other thing we've done is we've had lace through the brake to keep that plastic that's in there that gives you that feel for the brake sturdy and in the same spot forever. So you get a consistent feel with this glove. On the back, we've carried over a lot of the components from the 7600. So I mean, you can really open this glove up for drying purposes. We've got a finger strap, which wasn't on previous Velocity models, and you know, the typical one-piece backhand and wrist protection with your adjustable wrist strap and backhand strap. But it's a very light glove. It's I think in terms of what we've done in the past, the 7800 model line, the glove, the pads, and the blocker are probably the best stuff we've done as a complete kit in years. So for the blocker, and that's the thing, with all this stuff that we've done with the V5, it's from feedback from pros and you minor league guys, and you know, we have our pro reps talk to a lot of guys, and we get a lot of feedback on what works and what doesn't. So a lot of pros didn't like the old beveled board on the old Velocity model, so a lot of guys were custom ordering the old 7000 style board, the thick board, because they like the feel of it, they like the sturdiness of it. So we started with that, and for the first time we've made a standard Velocity blocker without binding. So it's a fully bindingless blocker, along with the sideboard as well, which is bindingless. So it's something we haven't done. We've done it on 7700 and 7900 models, but never on the actual Velocity. So that's the thing. The sideboard is a new construction. We got away from the old rail, and we've made just a new one-piece solid. We did that for a couple reasons. A lot of guys have a tendency to turn in their hands, so we wanted to add protection to the inside edge of the blocker. So this has full HD foam and plastic throughout the whole thing, so protection is really beefed up. Finger protection is a little different than the previous model. Still carries the same amount of protection. We still have plastic and HD throughout all the fingers. Extra index protection. So that's the thing. You know, this has a lot of protection for if you ever get you know, a puck sliding up the paddle and you get it caught on the side of your index finger. That doesn't happen with this model. And the other thing that we've improved on with this model is we've really opened up the cuff compared to previous Velocity models. We got a lot of feedback from pros that would end up loosening up the lace here to make the wrist opening bigger. And the reason why they want the wrist opening bigger, it's you know, it gives you a better feel when puck handling. It makes it a little bit easier. So, and also with chest protectors these days getting beefier and beefier, it's easier for the chest protector to sit inside the cuff. So that's the new V5 7800 block.
You're not going back out.
My name's Adam Barber, and I just bought a set of Vaughn custom pads from Players Bench at their goalie demo day, and got myself a free stick. So today's a good day.